we go. We got our first division. We got our first conference game.
This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know
time to lock
anything
in.
can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will go on the attack first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team.
He's loose. Breaks the tackle. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off play action. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ray. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Ray. Shakes off the defender.
Let's go.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Sticks it in his belly. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own colored jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
All right, let's change it up.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game.
Once my option starts to tweak out like that,
they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive,
something
the
a little
quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He threw a high ball.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. To the air. It's Washington. Looking to get it in.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Maryland! A great catch and run for 6.
A great broken tackle.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on third down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, and they get paid.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Minnesota's offense headed on to the field. Our first look at them today. And we'll get a quick look at one of the early leaders for the Heisman. Winning the award as a running back certainly demands something beyond the normal. He's going to have to put together a stellar season, David.
No, he will. And listen, it's hard for running backs to get this award. Now, it is a quarterback award, but recent years, Ashton Genty, you saw him there. But you got to be the catalyst. You got to be the straw that stirs the drink. You got to put up huge numbers. So far, Palmer, he's been a catalyst. He's been great. He's just going to have to keep it going.
And his numbers are pretty good now. I think they have a chance to get even better. When you look at the schedule moving ahead, they're going to have to force-feed him the football. He's going to have to play big in those games if they're going to keep winning. So keep an eye on this guy as a Heisman favorite because he's got that kind of ability.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right now.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Makes the catch, and now looking for
they block so well in college football. I give them
the solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
Let's come out. Let's see if we can find.
Dropping back, it's Washington. Here's a heat. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the ground with the back.
Says the system here.
On that one, now a 3rd down and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
System here.
The Terrapins line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
You run the ball with no fear.
Here comes the option.
Oh, my God.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
No punt.
And the Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
No.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He'll keep it himself. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the 1st down. Always fall forward. Play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Tracy.
It's great RPO.
It's a kind of play that can really get you going.
Sorry
as they
about
have
that,
a first
guys.
down at the 43.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly,
Yeah.
that wide receiver is going to run down the field that
Wife
far.
bring the groceries.
I need some good
Everything
protection,
goes
and I
down.
need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Did the work himself. They've got the
Jesus
defense
Christ.
reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Again.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do.
We got to get some sheds going.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Taylor. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Minnesota don't seem like no slouches at all.
We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. Pressure coming.
Thank you. We gotta get him.
And it pays off. The sack at the 20.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
And the Golden Gophers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Oh man,
Finds a little space.
that's a good little hezzy.
Out of bounds at the 11.
Ooh.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal.
See, maybe we can get aggressive in our approach.
Snap from the gun on third down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback.
Oh,
Do a great job
my
rushing
game
the
was frozen
passer.
for a second.
I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And it's right down the
I'm happy the AI
line.
made that. I can appreciate the
We
AI
check
making
in
a
with
field
Kevin
goal
Connors.
because
What's going on, Kevin?
Hey guys,
watching them miss everything from the hash be a little bit like, come on.
Georgia somehow, some way found an edge between the hedges and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. An SEC clash and an impressive showing. It could be a huge confidence builder.
He kind of got outside shade. Oh no, he kind of got him.
Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
That was good
You know, this
defense.
defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
They'll run the option. The pitch. Oh, a lot of space. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Now on the option.
No, I
Trying
can't.
to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Washington. He got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Yeah, and really nice job by the defender. Listen, a curl route's hard to defend. It's hard to get in front of that guy because he's curling back to the quarterback. But he did a good job not getting pass interference, getting around his body, and knocking the ball to the ground.
Another incompletion on third down. The Terrapins send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football.
Oh, he wants it all. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. The Big Ten schedule sort of ate these guys up last year. They're looking for a better performance this time around.
Yeah, and it eats a lot of people up, obviously being such a tough conference. But
let's go outside. Let's shade outside.
You start the season, a lot of times, man, that's when you build your momentum. That's when you build your confidence.
Oh.
If you can hang around,
Can't too much of the land back.
Sometimes the way you start, Palmer, it just lays out the rest of the season for you.
And they know they just got to be a lot more physical this year. That schedule did beat them up last year, but take a look at this year's schedule. A lot of those same teams, they're right there again. They're going to get another crack at them. They've got to be better in the trenches this season if they want to win a Big Ten championship.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Our defense is holding up. We got to
Gophers will line up to punt it away.
Yeah, get the offense
going. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? And the Terrapins come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll send the back in motion. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a fourth and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field.
Second half,
so far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. The give is to Taylor. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Golden Gophers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. Got his man downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Caught in the backfield. It's Coleman. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that.
Great
catch
coverage.
Their physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Way to contest the pass.
The Golden Gophers will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost.
The midline.
Nice job honing in,
get a little tricky
getting in there
sometimes.
quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
The option look. He'll toss it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. The Terrapins decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And it'll be down right there.
I guess the screens are still. Screens are still bad. I mean, they're good when they're caught.
They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Still some work to do after that last completion. It's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Here comes the heat.
Oh, he got that away.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but they'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. To the air on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Minnesota! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. To make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays.
I think with this
he
game
does
is
the
on.
rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And he takes this from
I can't seem to pass the ball.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. Brought down at the 31, it is a first down.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Makes the catch. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Always got to throw some shot plays in there. See what I can see if I can find anything.
Back to throw. It's Washington. He tosses one high
I found
and
something.
deep down the left side.
I found
Makes
something.
the grab on the big throw. Touchdown, Terrapins. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
Our offense, we have to dominate the clock, and we haven't dominated the clock this game.
We can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Taylor has it. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
That could have been.
The offense will stop the clock.
That could have been bad,
one of its
honestly.
timeouts.
If the AI
dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
AI ran out a little bit smoother. I mean, yeah, a little bit smoother.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete. Because he made the catch, but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down and run. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Minneapolis. And how do we possibly begin
get my other wide
singing the
receivers
praises
going.
of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes,
I'm able to find
and
him
then
every
show
game.
that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Huntington Bank Stadium.
We gotta find some turnovers this week. That's what we gotta find. That's what's carried our defense.
Thanks for that halftime report.
We figured out how to turn the AI over.
And the Terrapins will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field.
Wow.
They start this third quarter one possession.
I kind of missed this 4-2-5 playbook because that's the defense I want to run, but
is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and
it's not very expansive.
In the first half, so let's get that.
You can't really expand the
getting that
playbook.
break at half to go talk with my coaches and
that's the
pick
part
my
that
offensive
sucks.
coordinator's brain, so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
The give is to Taylor. He's
Let's
going
go.
to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
The Golden Gophers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. To the air, it's Lindsey. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Blink it.
And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss.
Let's try to throw some wrinkles in there. Nope, the wrinkles. That was a bad wrinkle.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, obviously, a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Terrapins will send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got an open man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well. Slows down the pass rush. Gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
Trying play action. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Golden Gophers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on 1st down, sack on 2nd down, and now on 3rd down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Taking it the other way.
Man, great zone coverage in the back end by this defense. A lot of eyeballs on the quarterback. Great job. The ball comes out, and you can see, Jesse, that defensive secondary on a string, break on the football, and they go force the INT.
And that's what this defense wants to do. They want to win first and second down, bring their dime personnel on the field third and long, play that zone defense. There's nowhere for you to throw the football, and they get a critical
when I'm not making good reads on the option.
First play of the drive, it's 2nd and 11. Looking for room, it's Ray. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, I mean, well, I want.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've
well,
got the lead in the
I
third
want the
quarter
option to
and you
work
want to
right
keep
now,
it,
but
you got to bleed the clock.
I gotta
Best
go
way to
with
do that, run the football, and you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
It's dropped.
He dropped it.
What a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. They'll start this drive from the 42. Off play action on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
From the gun, the ground game. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Gets the back moving. This is a designed run. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks.
We needed our defense and carry for the game. There's going to be some games like that where our defense got to carry the load.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
I gotta remember, it's like,
back and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. I
can push my team as much as I can, but we still gotta develop players. We still gotta get better at certain positions.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited.
It's not gonna be perfect.
Your offense takes it down the field and does something with it.
It's not gonna be perfect at all.
Better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket, and that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Wants to throw. It's Lindsey. They get to him as he throws. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. The Golden Gophers line up to punt.
I want to get a punt return. Punt returns, they seem doable in college football.
Here's the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. It's a running room. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3.
Gotta have a big fourth quarter.
Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W.
I mean, it's good to show any recruits. We can grind the win out. But
motion from the back. Run it with the fullback. Tackle is made at the
I feel like these
48.
recruits, they err on the side of
And this fullback
dominance.
is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. Give to the running back.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Get it out to the supersonic guy. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I'm not putting myself
getting
in.
Suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
I'm not putting myself in good positions.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Punts it out of the air. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Driving his way all the way
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Fullback's got it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Yeah, they're just trying to pound the football into the end zone there on 3rd down. They don't get it. Now it sets up 4th and 1. What do you do here?
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. And the Golden Gophers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goal post and trying to create some room. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Pocket breaking down.
Oh, we got him.
Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Position to get a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football,
cut off the short,
showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. There's been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Off the play fake, using his legs to buy some time. There he goes. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a 1st down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
They'll run the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense?
I think we can tough the rest of this game out.
Middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles and got him on the ground.
Stop behind the line.
Good defense, guy. That was a tough. That was a tough.
In that situation,
it was a tough read.
Nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right. Absolutely. Slide. Don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
Catch in the middle. It's Webb. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the rush will get to it at the 25. Not sure exactly what led
instead of
to
worrying
that,
about the keep
the
first.
protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play.
I was worried about the keep first and then the option to throw.
No chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
And the Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Give to the fullback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back.
It'll get better
time for their offense.
As we get more comfortable in the offense.
The Terrapins need their
the options will get much better.
The gain here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Wide open downfield. Touchdown,
I thought that little bump.
And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I thought that little bump was gonna like
more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
He's going to throw him off, and it's going to be a pick.
It looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
I ran the ball well enough.
He'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
But
the Minnesota offense
I punted the ball way too much. I punted the ball at least
last time they had the ball, they wound up giving
6 times
up a
this
safety,
game.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, run it.
Against any team worth a lot.
And they tackle him at the 19. The Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line.
I guess we do got 8 sacks.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep.
Oh, my God.
And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. From the red zone, looking for a space. They get enough rush, and it pays off.
I don't know why player body was turned like that. It looked weird as I was trying to, like, I was trying to stay in coverage.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. The give to the tailback. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. And the quick shuffle pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
They still running RPOs.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here.
We'll just drop into a cover 4.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down.
No way. Oh, my God.
Stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it.
Oh, this is a rough
one. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
And they'll take a knee on 4th down. Happy with their performance so far, and they'll
we got the win nonetheless. I'm proud of the team for that.
Out the clock seems to be a
defense carry.
Formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Bruce. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust
I got a freshman quarterback.
In games, they're looking at each other.
Freshman quarterback trying to find his way.
Expecting
New offense.
The play that's going to help them win games. This team.
It's going to be a transition. Thank you, Coach. Yeah, but with 3-0, 1-0 in the conference, that's can't complain about that. What do we have next week? We got Wisconsin next week. Should be another tough game, and then looking forward to the Ohio State game after that. That's going to really be a tough one. That's going to be our first like really like challenge. We're going to be looking for an upset that week, but let's worry about week 4 next first, and take it one game at a time, and hope things go right. But yeah, yeah, 180 rush yards, 170 not bad. The pass yards sucked, but you know, but we rushed the ball almost 200 yards, so that's the offense right there. That's the system. You know, if I can get over 200 a game, that would be great. But, but yeah, but until the next one, y'all, I will catch y'all. I'm out.